If your credit card balance is hanging around month after month and you feel like you're barely paying it, then this video is for you, because we're going to be talking about the tips to make sure that you pay your credit card faster. And tip number one is stop using your credit card. If you find that your balances are not moving, then you have to get to a place where you have to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm gonna stop using these cards. Because the reason I'm sure it's not moving is maybe you're paying the minimum and you keep using it. So the first thing that you're gonna have to do is stop using those cards immediately. I love the quote by Warren Buffett, where he talks about, if you find yourself in a hole, you need to stop digging. So stop digging yourself into the hole and stop using those cards. Number two is listing all the balances. Sometimes we keep using these cards, but we don't even know what the balances are for these cards. So we're gonna sit down, you're gonna write all the numbers, all your numbers, be it store cards, be it the credit cards, write all the numbers down. How much do you owe on credit card A? How much do you owe on credit B? How much is the interest rate? And how much is the minimum? How much are you paying each month? So you go down with writing down all that on your each and every credit card that you have, because if you have to get out of this credit card really fast, you have to know the numbers. Because if you don't know the numbers, then there is no way that you're gonna be able, you're just gonna keep circling over and over, and then you're not gonna even be able to know whether you're moving forward or not. Number three, and I know this might not be so common, number three is reflection. Write down, why am I in this credit card debt? Is it emotional? Is it that I'm overspending? Is it like I have an income problem? What is it? Sit down and look at your numbers and really dig deep down and say, why do I have all these debts? If we don't assess ourselves why we're using debt over and over, then we're not going to move forward, because no matter how much you're going to be able to pay it off, you're going to find yourself that you're going to be coming right back to accumulating that credit card debt again, because you never searched yourself. You don't even know why you're using the credit cards. It's maybe even maxed out because you just love to shop. Or is it that you have an income problem? Because then if it's an income problem, then when you look at that, you need to say, okay, then what is my next step? If I'm having an income problem, why am I using these cards over and over and over? And this, especially this video, is for people that are sick and tired of living with these credit cards. Because most of the time, sometimes we tell ourselves that, you know, I'm getting these credit cards, and as soon as I charge it, I'm gonna pay it right off. But most of the time we don't even end up doing it. Make sure you do the reflection part, because it's very important. Number four, come up with a strategy. How do you want to attack this debt? You know, now that you have all the numbers, how do I want to attack it? And you know, there is different ways to attack these debts. These, either when you already listed them down, do you want to go from the smallest to the largest, or do you want to go from the largest to the smallest? You know, there is this concept of the snowball method or the avalanche method, and I'm going to be doing a video on that soon, so stay tuned on that. But here is just for the sake of this video, we're just going to say, do you want to pay the smallest to the largest, or do you want to attack the one that has the highest interest first and then go the other way? Because if you're the kind of person who gets motivated so quickly and you want to have that motivation, then the snowball is for you, because you're starting with the smallest and you're going to be motivated when you pay off the smallest card that you have. And if you are the kind of person that, you know, you don't care about the motivation, you're all about numbers, then you start with the avalanche method. For me, I know I love the avalanche method because I know it saves money. There is no best strategy. It's the best strategy for you. It's the best strategy that you're going to be able to say that this is what I'm going to follow and this is what I'm going to stick to. So you choose one and choose the one that you're going to stick to. Number 6 is restructuring your debt. If you're in a position where these cards are maxed out, you have no way, you're just paying them and they're not moving, the other thing that you can do is restructure them. What do I mean by that? You can either go to your local credit union and ask for a personal loan, and especially if your credit cards are very, very high interest, like 30%, 29%, 33%, you're barely moving and you want to see the maximum payoff on that card. So what you can do, and this is something that I did actually last year, I had 2 credit cards that were really, really right there because I'm a real estate investor and I had used it to do something on one of my properties. So it really went up there. What I did was I went to the credit union and they gave me the amount of money that I needed. It was actually $20K for 2 cards. They gave me the amount of money, but they didn't give it to me. They wrote the check and they paid off those cards. And now they gave me a loan of it was actually $19,800. So they gave that to me. And what I did is now I'm paying them. They gave it to me last year in August, and I'm halfway done with that already. So, which is a good thing. And I don't even know whether with the credit cards I could have been done that quickly. So they charged me like what, 13%, but I'm paying it so first that they don't want to see me in that bank. Anyways, so that's the other thing that you can do. You go to your local bank, see whether they can give you a loan, consolidation loan or personal finance loan. And when they give it to you, they give you the loan. They're not going to be giving you the money direct. They're going to be sending it to the credit cards. Then the other thing that you can do when I talk about restructuring is balance transfer, give or take. It depends on your credit card. And it's so funny because when I was about to record this video, I'm always getting these offers, and this one credit card is sending me like blank checks, and they're telling me that I can make balance transfers and for the zero promotional APR until July 1st, 2026, either $10 or 5% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater, but until 9/1/25. So I have to take the offer by then, which I'm not doing. But it's funny, I got this before, and see, they have blank checks for me, but I'm good. So if you are the kind of person who is like, okay, I know I'm gonna be making these payments, but I need to cut down this interest and I want to pay it faster, you can do a balance transfer. The little fees they have, I think I've done that once, and the fee, when I calculated, it wasn't that bad. It was worth it for me. So it's gonna depend for you. As I said here, they are telling you that they're gonna charge you either $10 or 5% of the amount. So it's up to you. So that's the other thing that you can do to restructure the credit card that you have. And number 7 is paying more than the minimum. For you to be able to pay off these cards faster, you have to pay more than the minimum. You cannot be giving these companies all this money. We have to stop giving them this money because we are making all this money. We're going to work, but guess what? They are letting us pay $20, $30, and because they know in the long run they are making the money, and they make their money by us paying the minimum. So if your minimum due is maybe $100, I would urge maybe add another $25 or $50, or if you have any extra money, add that extra money and pay it off as quickly as possible. Because if you keep paying the minimum, it's gonna take you forever. And the thing is, they tell us on the back statement how long it's gonna take you if you pay the minimum amount. So make sure that you're reading your bank statement to make sure that you understand what it's saying, because they already explained to us, but they know most people are not going to read it. They already explained it to you, but it's something that they're required to do, but they know most people are not going to do it. So make sure you're not paying the minimum that is due. Number 8 is finding a way to increase your income and cut down your expenses. And I'm not the kind of person who's going to come here and tell you to eat beans and rice and beans. You gotta eat, you gotta do your stuff, but find a way to make sure that you're increasing your income. Maybe you are a person who is good at math. You can maybe tutor, you can maybe do house cleaning, you can be able to do some odd jobs. If you're a man, maybe you're looking, you can mow some lawns, anything, house cleaning, anything that you can do to be able to get rid of all these debts. Because once you get these debts, and I know this is not talked about a lot, debts are so draining. They affect you emotionally, they affect you physically, they affect you so much. So make sure that you are looking into a way maybe to increase your income and cut down your expenses. Let's say you're due for a tax refund. Make sure that you know that you're not counting out that as a bonus money, because it's already your money that the government was keeping for you. So maybe when you get that money, use it to pay off your debts. Or let's say you're getting a bonus, you're getting a raise. Make sure every extra amount of money that you are hammering into those debts. And if you continue to do that, guess what? You're going to be out of this credit card debt as soon as possible. And number 9 is tracking your progress. You know, we have to track our progress, because paying these credit cards, girl, it's not easy, because it can feel so draining. It can feel like, you know, every paycheck that you get, it's all going to pay these debts. But when you track your progress, you're gonna be motivated to keep going, because guess what? It's not easy. But when you track your progress and celebrate your wins, and I don't mean go use your credit card. Don't go use your credit card again. You know, when you celebrate your wins, it motivates you to keep going. And number 10, this is my favorite, is knowing your why. When you know your why, which I did a video, and I'm gonna link it in the description. You know, when you know your why, it keeps you motivated. When you're tempted to go use that credit card when you don't have to, when you're tempted to give up, when you feel like it's taking so long, your why is gonna push you. If you don't have a why, write your why down. Why do I want to get out of debt? Write that down, or watch the video that I just mentioned. But you have to remember your why. Visit your why once again, because your why is gonna keep you motivated. For me, I know my why, first of all, is my peace of mind, and knowing that my income is not going, I'm not giving away my income again, because I'm tired of it. And my other big why is that this verse of the Bible has really started resonating on me so much. It's in Proverbs, where it talks about the borrower is a slave to the lender. I'm tired of being a slave. So that's one thing that is, for me, that is motivating me to get out of my debts, because I don't want to be a slave anymore. Because guess what? We are slaves to these lenders, because when we don't pay them, they're gonna come knocking. So visit your why and keep it at the forefront of when you're paying your credit cards. So remember, credit card debts doesn't have to take years to be paid. You know, with intention, we can do this quickly. And I hope that this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing to pay off your debt? Please give me a like, give me a share, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.